If you don't care about sports, this might explain everything. While millions of people lose their voices screaming at screens, wearing colors that don't belong to them, and feeling genuine pain over a game they didn't play, there's a silent group watching all of this with confusion, not anger, not superiority, just confusion. And neuroscience says this divide is not cultural, it's neurological. If you've ever felt disconnected from sports culture, this isn't about taste. It's about how your brain assigns meaning, reward, and identity. And once you understand that, you'll never see sports obsession the same way again. Here's the uncomfortable truth most people avoid. Sports fandom is not just entertainment. It's a psychological system. For the majority of Americans, sports fill a role that used to be occupied by something much older: tribes. For most of human history, belonging to a group wasn't optional. It was survival. Your group fed you, protected you, gave your life structure and purpose. Modern society stripped that away. Sports quietly replaced it. When someone watches their team, their brain releases oxytocin, the same chemical involved in bonding between parents and children. The brain doesn't fully register that the players are strangers. It treats them as extensions of the self. That's why losses feel personal. That's why wins feel like identity validation. But some brains don't respond to this illusion. People who don't care about sports tend to show lower tribal attachment. Their sense of identity is internal, not borrowed. They don't instinctively divide the world into us versus them. They don't feel the need to belong to something larger to feel whole. And research backs this up. Studies have shown that low-interest sports viewers display significantly less automatic hostility toward outgroups. Translation: they don't emotionally reject others just for wearing the wrong colors. But the real difference appears during the game itself. For sports fanatics, every play triggers anticipation. Dopamine spikes, tension builds, release follows, over and over again, not once, hundreds of times in a single game. This is the same reward loop seen in gambling. The brain isn't addicted to the sport, it's addicted to uncertainty. You don't know what will happen next. That unpredictability keeps dopamine flowing. Psychologists call this intermittent reinforcement, the most powerful and addictive reward schedule known. Your brain doesn't care if the source is a slot machine or a fourth-quarter drive. It just wants the next hit. For people who feel nothing watching sports, that loop simply doesn't activate. Some researchers believe this may be genetic. Variations in dopamine receptor sensitivity can influence how strongly someone reacts to competitive spectator events. In other words, your indifference might be biological. Then there's something called basking in reflected glory. When a team wins, fans say, "We won." When the team loses, suddenly it's, "They lost." That linguistic switch reveals something deeper: identity outsourcing. People who don't obsess over sports rarely do this. Their self-esteem doesn't fluctuate based on outcomes they can't influence. Their sense of worth is more stable, less dependent on external victories. That doesn't make them superior, it makes them different. Ironically, sports fans often score higher on certain empathy metrics. They emotionally invest in the struggles of strangers wearing familiar symbols. So why doesn't that empathy extend to non-fans? Because empathy is finite. People who don't direct emotional energy towards sports often invest it elsewhere: art, relationships, ideas, causes, creativity. Research has shown they score higher in openness to experience and sensitivity to beauty. They seek the same emotional rewards: meaning, connection, transcendence. They just don't outsource it to a scoreboard. For some, not caring about sports is also a form of protection. A quiet rejection of aggressive competitiveness, a response to exclusion. A refusal to emotionally attach to something that once made them feel small. And for others, it's simpler. They just don't find it meaningful. This is where sports fans and non-fans truly diverge. Sports fans find meaning in narrative. Underdogs, comebacks, rivalries, drama with real-time suspense. Non-fans see randomness, outcomes disconnected from their real lives, effort without personal consequence. Both perspectives are valid. Psychologists describe this as parasocial investment versus direct engagement. One group forms one-sided emotional bonds with teams. The other prefers investing energy where participation actually matters. Neither is wrong. They're just playing different games. And here's the part no one talks about. People who don't obsess over sports often report feeling more present in their own lives. Less time emotionally living through someone else's struggle. More time facing their own. That's not boring. That's quietly radical. So if someone asks, "Did you watch the game?" and you genuinely don't care, there's nothing missing in you. Your brain is simply calibrated differently. Your rewards come from another source. Your meaning is built elsewhere. You're not broken. You're not empty. You're just not watching from the stands. And if this made sense to you, there's a reason quiet minds process the world differently, and why that difference may be your greatest advantage.